Hello, beautiful kindred souls, and welcome to my spiritual oasis, here weary souls come to find inner wisdom and peace. I'm doing a Soulful7 reading today, and I've asked spirits to give us some guidance on what your path to abundance is going to be like, or what is your path to abundance, meaning these are the energies that you would need to cultivate, that you would want to grow. They could be gifts and talents that are inside of you already, either from a past life or that you've developed along your journey in this life so far. And the idea here is that just getting some direction on what's the next steps for you to progress towards a place of abundance, happiness, peace, joy, and fulfillment. So before we get into the 3 groups that I have prepared for you today, I would like to invite you to join the Kindred family by subscribing to my YouTube channel. If we're not already connected here on YouTube, drop a comment down below and let me know which group that you've selected, bearing in mind that these are general readings and you are meant to take the messages that resonate with you, as well as keeping in mind that your unique message might be a combination of groups. So if you are feeling drawn to more than one group, feel free to watch all the groups that you're drawn to and take the messages from each of them that resonate with you. If you're interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. Link is in the description. That's the only place that I offer personal readings at this time. Without further ado, let's get into our groups. So I have prepared 3 groups for you, and they are represented by the oracle cards laid out before you. So in group 1, we have on the far left, group 2 is in the middle, and group 3 is on the end over here. If you need a moment to meditate on which group has your message in it, feel free to pause the video at this time. Otherwise, we're going to get right into the reading. Hello, group 1, and welcome to your Soulful7 reading, where we are asking Spirit, what is your journey to abundance, to a place of peace and prosperity? And your guiding energy here is agape. So the first messages that I've received based off of this guiding energy is the idea of openness. Keeps coming to mind for me. Unconditional love is also associated with this energy, devotion, service, honor, love towards, I would say, yourself first, but also to the energies around you. So your loved ones, family, close friends, openness. Yeah, what I imagined, and what's really interesting, if you can see, the center energy of this card is green, which reminds me of the heart chakra, and just this idea of openness in the heart chakra, connecting you to connecting your physical world. So the heart chakra is the space or the chakra between the throat chakra, which is about communication and our intentions. I feel like it is the conduit between our corporeal experience and our spiritual experience, and that communication sometimes is in alignment and sometimes it is unaligned. But the heart chakra is a space that we receive energy, where we release energy, and it's also really close to our connection to our spiritual life and our corporeal space. So our sense of self, which is a solar plexus chakra, sacral and root chakra energy, which is our grounding energy. And it all passes up through that heart chakra energy, which then connects to the throat chakra, which is our intent. And so I feel like there's a strong message around being mindful of your heart chakra energy, being open to receiving energy, being discerning about the energy that you are receiving, being in a place of deep love and connectivity to the energies that you keep around you, and releasing any low vibrational energy that is just siphoning or sucking energy out of your life. So I feel like that's a really strong guiding message for you in order for you to get an alignment with your path and your purpose. I also feel like there's a message that your path is going to lead you to a place of deep connectivity to the people and places surrounding you. So keeping that in mind too. That you will be a leader in your life. You will be guiding you will be guiding the direction of your life with the King of Wands. That's what I see. Hard to see there. The King of Wands is a very passionate, charming, charismatic energy. Our kings are naturally air energy. Wands are fire, so it's a very divine masculine, assertive movements and doing action is a very big part of our King of Wands energy. And this idea of leadership and success, our King of Wands holds the vision of our passions and the things that we are passionate about, the things that we care about, the things that we are willing to put energy and effort into and willing to fight for. So leadership and success, I feel like from a place of love, deep love and compassion. We have the Four of Rings, which is encouraging conservation of resources and practicality. Sometimes this card can talk about almost like limiting beliefs, like hoarding almost. But in this context, I feel like it is talking about being responsible and smart about how you use the resources that you currently have access to, and that you are being frugal, not cheap, that you still live life from a place of abundance and openness, but you're not being frivolous with the resources that you have been blessed with. So there is a sense of practicality that you're going through. I'm getting a sense here, starting a business for whatever reason is coming in really strong. Like starting a business, being entrepreneurial in some way, being independent, because that's what our Wands energy also talks about, independence. And I feel like, adding a level or a layer of practicality to that, and making sure that you have your the business side of things in order too. If that's resonating with you, if some sort of entrepreneurial endeavors are resonating with you, making sure that you have your the practical side to your business, the business side, the management side to your business in order as well. And that you're paying attention to that, and you're not waiting until things are already kind of too far gone. You're catching it in the beginning and making sure that you're setting up strong guidelines and practices around how you manage your resources, whether they be monetary, whether they be energetic. There's so many ways to think of resources, but the idea is that you are being smart with how you are spending those resources, and you're not just being frivolous with them. And because we live in a place of abundance, but that doesn't give us the right to be frivolous and wasteful, if that makes sense. Then we have the Dawn of Cups. So this is like page energy. It's that earth, water combination, very divine feminine, full of curiosity and discovery, creativity, creative expression, creative exploration is also connected to the Dawn of Cups. And it also talks about, I feel like this sense of, like not being too set in your ways. Sometimes king energy can be, king is like kind of at the top. It's very mature energy. But sometimes when we get to a place of maturity, we forget about what it's like to be youthful and curious and open. And so I do feel like there's a message around not losing that curiosity, continuing to discover who you are, what your place is, what your purpose is, because it evolves is the message that I'm receiving. We evolve. We're not static beings. Our path is never straight. Anybody who has a straight path is delusional. It's never straight. It's winding and it parts off. We have to make decisions in our life to determine which direction to go. Sometimes we choose a direction that maybe isn't the best for us, and we end up coming back to our original path and then going a different way. So just keeping in mind that your path to discovery is not necessarily linear, that sometimes it's cyclical, sometimes it's winding, sometimes you have to experience things that you don't want in your life or don't enjoy in your life in order to gather lessons from them. So continue to keep an open mind and an open heart, and keep discovering who you are and how you should be manifesting your energy into the world. Getting together with friends is the message here in Dogs. So I do see, and I feel like this is very much so connected to the agape energy, which is centered around just unconditional love, deep friendships, familial relationships. It feels very connected and harmonious. And so I do feel like there's a strong message around connectivity and just really being devoted to the path that you're on and the people that you meet along the way. I mean, I'm getting a message that, especially if you're on a spiritual sojourn, that you're going to meet people along the way that you are meant to serve, and that you are a light, and that you are meant to bring joy as well, and love and companionship to people and places that are around you. So I feel like there also might be some sort of collaborative energy as well. So we have the broken wishbone that suggests that your wish will not be granted. And I feel like this is really connected to an idea around, this is the initial message that came to me, that wishing for ease is not necessarily the best blessing for you. Sometimes going through things that are difficult, that are challenging, actually gives us a more holistic, I love this. It gives us more appreciation, first of all, of the lesson, whatever it was that we were meant to learn from the situation. It gives us more appreciation of what we have, our current resources. And I feel like it also, like, there are lessons in challenge. There are lessons in things that aren't easy, if that makes any sense. But I would like to say that this is also suggesting that there might be, again, a hurdle of some kind. But with the butterfly coming in, change for the better. So I feel like this is just reiterating the fact that no matter the challenge, no matter the difficulty, it's being put there for you to gain knowledge and information and be able to transform and progress in spite of it or because of it. Like, it's either delivering a message to you or for you to change and transform and evolve into a better version of yourself. And again, the butterfly, which is really beautiful being, the butterfly, when it's in its transformation state. So oftentimes when we think of butterflies, we either think of them as caterpillars or we think of them as butterflies. And oftentimes, like, we know that the chrysalis phase exists, but we don't really pay too much attention to it. But the chrysalis phase, again, that place of change and the actual transformation happens in the chrysalis phase. It's actually really interesting because that caterpillar is completely emulsified into goop before it's reconstructed into the butterfly. So I always like to share that story because the caterpillar has to go away in order for the butterfly to be present. And it has to be, like, turning into goop has to be a difficult process, right? It has to be, I don't know if the caterpillar feels pain through the process, but being emulsified, is pretty intense. It's a pretty intense transformation. And just knowing that, there is that chrysalis phase, there is that phase of difficulty and challenge and in process, where you are in the process of doing something. You are inging, I call it, ing. You're doing something. You're in process. And so I feel like it is that message, that discovery, following your curiosity and discovering who you are, and is going to transform you into a better being and prepare you to be this very deep, loving, receptive person. But it's going to be a process. There's going to be some challenges to overcome. Connecting with close friends and family around you, camaraderie, taking a leadership role or position in your life is going to bring you massive success. Being mindful and practical about how you spend your resources is going to be really important for you. Group 1 as well, conserving the resources that you have, being smart about, again, how you utilize those resources, and even in a place of abundance, you're not being wasteful with those resources. So these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I hope this was helpful for you. If something resonated, please do drop a comment down below and let me know it did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we are not already connected here on YouTube. And if you are interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. Thank you so much, beautiful soul, for your time and energy, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your Soulful7 reading, where we are asking Spirit, what is your path to success, abundance, joy, peace, and prosperity in your life? Okay, so we're looking for the path, we're looking for the road there, and understanding that the road is often not linear. It's a journey, and sometimes we have to go all different directions in order to get to our final destination, which is a place of true understanding your truth, understanding what your true north is, and being completely unapologetically connected to your path and purpose, and knowing without a shadow of a doubt that you are where you are meant to be. So let's get into your guiding energy. Speaking of sojourns, we have the Pilgrim, guiding your message today. And the pilgrim is the adventurer. The pilgrim goes out and is, that adventure. It just reminds me of the Page of Wands energy. Just travel is really important. It reminds me of Sagittarius energy, which is also connected to movement and travel and freedom and exploration, adventure. And that's really what I'm getting here. Let me see. Just gonna consult the book really quick to see if there are any additional messages for you. The Wanderer, the Apprentice, that's an interesting message, and that does feel like Page of Wands energy to me. It could be Page of Pentacles as well. The Pilgrim talks about or connects to energies surrounding learning and growth, adaptation and study. Feels very Sagittarius, and being mindful of being aloof and non-committal and flaky. Feels like the number 5 energy as well. I know it's the number 2. 20 reduces down to the number 2. But it feels like 5 energy, that adventurous, that outwardly expressive. It's about movement and connectivity. I think what's really interesting to note about the pilgrim is that the pilgrim goes after their heart's desire. And I feel like that is the strong message for you today. Being shameless and unapologetic about going after your heart's desire. Moving toward what you are being called to do and not being afraid to step out, not being afraid to make mistakes. Growth is a part of the journey. And learning in all different ways, shapes, and forms, there's so many ways to learn a lesson, is really important here as well. So we have the 7 of Wands, which talks about persistence and conviction, which I think is very fitting to our conversation. Persistence makes a lot of sense because the road is not always straight. In fact, the road to our success is often wavy. We have the Ace of Wands that popped out, which talks about ambition and willpower. Yep, fire energy, very strong here for you, Group 2. Let's see if we can get one more tarot card here for you, Group 2. Group 2. The King of Wands. The King of Wands came up for the first group as well, but you are on fire, Group 2. You have all fire energy, and the Pilgrim, which to me encapsulates fire energy. So we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands could represent a person coming into your life. It could also just be the energy that you are meant to cultivate and embrace on this journey. And the Ace of Wands, our aces are all about potential. So potential from a fiery standpoint is passion, is love, is creativity, is adventure. So a potential adventure, a potential love, potential passion, a potential, some sort of creative spark that could turn into something bigger. I think this message around will and willpower is really interesting. It's very fiery. Willpower, the willingness, just will in general, like just putting your energy behind something. Making a commitment is also something that I am seeing here in this message. taking a leadership role in your life and in your endeavors and your passion, following those passions, and taking a leadership position to pursue those passions will lead to success. Our King of Wands is fire energy. I think I said it wrong in the last group, but it's okay. Kings are fire energy, wands are fire energy. Very, very intense, hot, divine masculine, action-oriented. There's charisma and charm also associated with that, because if you think about the flame, right, or you think about a fire and how moths are drawn to the fire, how the warmth and energy of the fire pulls energy towards it. It pulls people, it pulls animals, creatures towards it. So it's that warmth, that fire, that passion, that intensity that is going to pull not only corporeal beings, but also energy. It's going to pull energy towards you that's going to help you achieve what you're after. And this idea of persistence, like our wands energy do not give up easily. As long as they have fuel and they have air, they are going to, it's going to continue to burn. So also keep that in mind too. Maybe if you started something a while ago, it could be even, and maybe it's kind of died down to just the embers. That's still burning, right? The embers, it's still there. It just needs to be stoked. It needs some fuel added to it in order to kick it back up again. So keeping that in mind too, that if you're truly, truly, truly called to do something and you're passionate about it and you put your will behind it, then it will fruit. So we have the eye. So there is a message here for you to trust your intuition and your psychic abilities. Sometimes, especially if you are connecting intensely with fire energy, you might have strong fire placements in your chart, Sun, rising, Venus, in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Sometimes we depend a lot on the action, the physical manifestation of results, this idea of results from a physical standpoint. And I feel like there's a strong message to understand that, every being, every human, every person has some kind of intuitive intellect, intuitive intelligence. And know that intelligence is just as important as the mind, is just as important as the emotions. These three energies work together in order for us to make the most sound decisions, in order for us to discern what is for us and what is not for us. So lean into your intuition and your psychic abilities, even if you don't think that you have it in abundance. It is there, and only nurturing it and continuing to, I think it's interesting that these cards came out together. We'll talk about them in a second, but nurturing it is going to strengthen it. So if you don't feel like you have a lot of psychic abilities, or maybe it's not natural to you, that you can still nurture it and lean on it and trust in it and believe in it, and it will serve you. But if you don't nurture it, it'll never grow. It'll never be something that you don't make it be, if that makes any sense. All right, and then we had the Ram and the Fair Man come out together. So I feel like this energy is connected to each other. This could also be connected to the King of Wands. So this fair man that is stubborn and aggressive could be the King of Wands, could have that fire sign energy. But this is really talking about dealings with a man who is blonde, gray, or has white hair. But you can just think fair features in general. And I would also say divine masculine energy, not necessarily like a man per se. It could be a man, but just saying like divine masculine energy, someone who could be in Aries, but this person is going to be stubborn and aggressive. That could also be you, by the way. If you are in Aries, whether you're a female or a male. But I do feel like so I'm getting a couple of different messages from this, but what I am feeling is that you might have to tap into your intuitive energy in order to determine the intentions of whoever this fair man is talking about. I have a feeling that this person is going to ultimately, from a long-term perspective, be a positive impact on your journey and help you. But I think that they're going to put you off to begin with. This is kind of what I'm getting. Like, especially if you're connecting strongly with fire energy, this could be like a butting heads. I'm getting, what I'm seeing here is almost like you're always missing each other, or at least that's how it is in the beginning, that this person might frustrate you. They come off as a know-it-all. They are really stubborn and aggressive, and they think that they know what's best. And you have your own opinions about things because you are, that leadership position. You hold the vision of your life, and you might not be open to their help. But I think they're coming from a place of help. Like, I think they're coming from a place of, like, they're trying to help you and guide you, but you might not necessarily be open to it, or how they deliver it is really aggressive and, like, blunt, and you're like, hold up, who are you talking to? Like, that's kind of what I feel like. I feel like there's going to be a tension there that I feel like Spirit is saying, don't look at this from again, if you're used to that worldly results thing. You're used to believing what you see. You're used to believing what you can work for and do. And so you're not trained in many cases to lean on your intuition and your psychic abilities. And so I do feel like Spirit is saying you're going to have to look at the situation from a intuitive point of view to determine the intent of this person. And I do feel like for majority of you, this person is going to have a heart of helping. They're going to come from a place of help and a place, like a good, warm place, but they're going to come off very intense. And especially if you balk at that, if that is you just, you raise an eyebrow to that aggressive energy, you're gonna miss each other for a minute, until you come to an understanding, until you're willing or able to see this person from a different lens, a different point of view, and really focus in on their energy and then their intentions, and not necessarily how they're saying something, or whether or not you like them or you like what they say or how they say something. I'm also getting the message that this person could be a future partner for you, either a love interest, and you're going to be telling a story of how you met them and how you didn't like them. That's just what I'm picking up. Okay, so group 2, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. The path to your success and abundance is through this adventure of life that you're going to go on, and pursuing your passions and the things that you truly desire. Not what your mom wants you to do, your dad wants you to do, or whomever is telling you what to do with your life, but what you truly feel is what you truly want, what you're intense about, what you're excited about, what you're willing to fight for, what you're willing to put your will behind. And this might even mean kind of backtracking a little bit and going back to some of these things that you were involved with, but for some reason they end up fizzling out or dying down, or they're just burning embers right now. And you're reigniting them, you're bringing them to life. You are, reinserting air and life into them, and advancing them, taking them to the next level, and pulling people around you that can help you out. And looking out for this person. I feel like they're coming from a good place. I don't feel like it's bad. I just feel like they're going to rub you the wrong way, and they're going to come off really aggressive. And if you don't vibe with that energy, it's going to be like a clashing of wills that happens at first until you gain understanding. All right, so my beautiful kindred soul, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I hope this was helpful for you. If something resonated, please do drop a comment down below. Let me know what did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are not already connected here on YouTube. And if you're interested in your personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. Link is in the description. Thank you so much for your time and your energy, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your Soulful7 reading, where we are asking Spirit, what is your path to success, to abundance, to prosperity in your life? So let's go ahead and jump right into your guiding energy. I love this. We had a lot of fire energy present today in general for these, but the flame is your guiding energy. And what I see in this is a couple of things. First of all, a singular focus. So your path is going to include a singular focus. So if you're feeling a little scattered right now, maybe you're being pulled energetically in a lot of different directions, figuring out what is that thing that you want to focus on. Keeping in mind that you can accomplish a lot of things in life. You can chase a lot of dreams, but often chasing one at a time you'll be more successful if you chase one thing at a time rather than trying to chase 20 things at the same time. Or even like getting things started before you start a new thing. So getting things going, starting something, because there's often a lot of energy and resources that go into the beginning stages of starting something, and then getting it to a place where it's either low energy for you to maintain, or that you're able to get other people to help you maintain it, depending on obviously the situation. But this idea that you are focused on one singular thing, and also this looks like a mountain to me. Understanding that whatever you focus on is going to be like climbing a mountain, but there's also a focus too. When you're climbing the mountain, the only thing that you're focused on is getting to the top, and that's why you get to the top. Sometimes in life you have like this, we can have this like squirrel mentality where there's so many shiny things to chase after and to pursue. But I do feel like, again, your success might include many different avenues with all these different lines, but there's a focus for each one of them. They're all trying to get to the peak. They're all trying to get to the top, and we do one at a time. We climb one mountain at a time. I feel like the flame is also talking about pursuing things that you're passionate about. That has been a theme with all of the groups so far today. Pursuing things that you are passionate about, that excite you, that you're willing to fight for, because you're going to need that energy in order to get to the top. It's not going to be easy. Climbing is going to be difficult. You're going to run into obstacles, and things that you didn't expect are going to jump in your path, and you're going to have to have enough energy and enough desire to see that thing through in order to continue forward. So choosing things that you're really passionate about, that you're interested in. So for an example, helping people spiritually is something that I just knew, I made the determination that this is something I want to do, and I'm going to do it regardless of anything else, because I'm called to do it and I'm excited about it. And there are a couple of different things in my life that are like that, and some of them I had to go around the barn and back again in order to discover that. So keeping an open mind and an open heart as you discover what this passion is or what these passions are, and then going after them one thing at a time. Okay, so let's see if we can get some tarot. So we have the Queen of Cups. I love the Queen of Cups for you because the Queen of Cups really talks about, Queen of Cups energy is water on water. It's intuitive, emotionally strong, mature energy, creative. There is a beautiful authenticity and virtuous energy to our Queen of Cups as well. It's very divine feminine. It feels very soft and nurturing, spiritual, connected, internally, and also connected to the ebbs and flows and energies of the universe. I feel like there's a strong message here from the Queen of Cups, encouraging you to connect with your own deep knowing. Trust in your emotive energy and nurture that and strengthen it. Not allowing your emotions to rule you, but using them as a tool of discernment to help you discern what your path and purpose is. I absolutely love that the world came in for you. The world is about completion. It's about achievement and fulfillment, reaching that mountain peak, which is what we're after. And I feel like there's just a strong message around that fulfillment. The energy surrounding your reading right now, group number 3, is very soft but strong. That doesn't sound like it should make sense together, but it does. Like, it's a very inwardly strong, confident, and self-assured and secure energy. But, we also got the Wheel of Fortune. I love it. A lot of really intense. You had big energy coming out for you today, group 3. You had 2 majors and a court. So, the Wheel of Fortune, for you, what I'm seeing is this idea of adaptation. I feel like it's connected to like elevating your abilities. This idea of being in alignment, this idea of good fortune coming your way, a positive shift. If things have been difficult for you, there's going to be a positive shift that is going to help you achieve what you are after. The original tarot graphic representation of the Wheel of Fortune, I'm going to see if I can find it. If I can quickly off to the side here, I will show it to you. But there's a needle in the center of the wheel that spins and it lands on something. And it is that thing that then is the focus. And I feel like that's connected to our flame energy. This idea of focusing on one thing at a time and not feeling like you're running out of time to do stuff. Because I feel like sometimes we, for whatever reason, feel like we're running out of time. I mean, there might be some legitimate reasons, but focusing on one thing at a time is really important for you. And that message keeps really coming through for you, group 3. I feel like the world is also connected to this idea of fulfillment, fulfilling one thing at a time, going out, like this idea of like coming from a place and a position of authenticity, to me, is connected to chasing the things that you're passionate about, that are yours, that belong to you, that you love, and want to put energy into. That you are going to be able to, whoa, got cards popping all over the place for you. I feel like there's also an honesty to the Queen of Cups. Being honest about how you truly feel about things, how you feel about your life, how you feel about the world around you, and your own successes and failures, and truly learning from those too. So the kangaroo suggests that some planning is prudent right now, in order for you to get through some potential hurdles that might be coming your way. So making sure that you're planning ahead and that you are preparing for some potential challenges. And knowing that just because something is like a challenge is coming your way, that doesn't mean that you're in the lowest part of your life. Challenges can come many ways, shapes, and forms. They can span the length of all kinds of time frames. With water energy present here, maybe some months that this challenge is coming through. But just know that through it all, the basket here is suggesting a reward for your merit, a recognition for your achievement and success. Again, this idea of feeling fulfilled and achieving what you're after is the ultimate goal. So keeping your eye on a prize, especially when you're in the difficult time. And then the bird flying suggests that there's some news on the way. And I feel like this news, there could be so many different interpretations of this idea of news, but I am feeling like it's positive. I'm feeling like it's positive news, and it could definitely be connected to this recognition, and that planning ahead. So there's kind of two different messages. I feel like planning ahead is going to prepare you best for whatever this news is. And I also feel like the news could be connected to this recognition, reward for merit sort of energy, this basket of goodies. Could be a part of the news that is delivered to you. Yeah, I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune also connected to elevation. Like being elevated, being, I feel like the news is going to be connected to whatever this reward for merit is, however that manifests in your life. And then the final message that I have for you, group number 3, is connected to the world. And I feel like Spirit is reminding you that on this path to abundance and success, that the world is at your fingertips, that the world in this life is truly whatever you desire it to be, whatever you make it, and you just have to put your intent out there. Putting your intent out there will help you to manifest what you truly desire. And the only limitations that you have are the limitations that you establish. So limitlessness is the message here. The world is at your fingertips. Planning ahead is going to help you to overcome some sort of obstacle that might get in your way. Taking one thing at a time and pursuing things that you're truly passionate about, that are authentic to you, shamelessly embracing your authenticity, your creativity, your spirituality, and coming from a place of groundedness and a place of virtue and beauty, And knowing that, good fortune, positive fortune, that positive change is on the way. Change often incorporates some challenge because it's a process. You're moving from like one direction, kind of shifting or transitioning into another direction. So there might be some challenges or difficulty there. I'm getting the message that some of you might be traveling, or you might be moving, going to a different physical location, and that could be this idea of adaptation, this idea of planning ahead, and the news that you're going to get could be connected to some sort of move that you're going to be going through. That's like a message that literally just came through. So, my beautiful soul, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I hope this was helpful for you. If something resonated, please do drop a comment down below and let me know it did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we're not already connected here on YouTube. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. Link is in the description. Thank you so much for your beautiful energy and your time today, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye.